Word up to the real ones. Quick little updates. Yeah, so transitioning from the school community, online community aspect, and the high ticket mentorship. Honestly, I was like sold on this dream of following my passions. And I think a lot of people are also sold on that. So be weary of that, because actually all you need is a high value skill that's easy to understand for people willing to spend money, i.e. businesses or high net worth individuals. And that's ultimately where I'm transitioning, and I want to be as transparent as possible. To be honest too, like, as you can see from my past videos, I've tried to be perceived in a certain way, and I'm just done with that shit. I'm done with that shit. And this is me. I'm going through the fucking ringer, and I'm just gonna be myself. Regardless of that, I can confidently say I've invested more than most into building a business, into the optimization of my lifestyle. I'm still figuring it out. I'm figuring out that ultimately the whole journey has been me accepting myself and thinking external things are filling that void. So honestly, I want this to be a practice of me just being as vulnerable as possible and fully myself as possible. And ultimately, like, I think 99% of the journey of healing, optimizing, building is, letting go of the self-sabotage. And certainly I'm still working on that within my own self. But the thing was, I was like trying to manipulate this business to be about these spiritual things that I'm going through, yada, 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 which is beautiful, but also it took away the love that I have for embodying those practices myself. And on a side note, I've been really embarking on this new business venture, which worked holistically to bring me here. So I needed to go through everything to realize these things. And doing these things, I've been in such a beautiful spiritual state. So ultimately, like, you don't need to manipulate anything. You already exactly where you're supposed to be. Regardless, if you don't know my business journey, 2020, I fucking created like an LLC, spent like $3,000. Didn't know what business was. That failed. And then 2022, I bought this property. Bought it for my family to live in, me to live in. I live for a very cheap amount because I have a renter. Regardless though, I still have triggering things with my family that I'm working through. And this kind of brought me the new foundation to like work on the online journey. And what I neglected with the online journey is just this, and like being myself and just posting without giving a fuck. Regardless though, I neglected building trust and audience, and I built a bunch of systems. I built an online brand. I built a clothing brand called Elite Evolution. The site's still live, you can check it out. And I got thousands of dollars of mentorship, $20,000 worth of like mentorship. And I'll say the biggest lesson I learned was that I really didn't need that mentorship. I'm being frank, like, you have everything you need within. Completely honest. And separate to that, I moved to like building an online community called Just Evolution, which I gained a lot of experience doing all these things. And I had a lot of my first business success with the community, to be honest. And I met a lot of good people. But ultimately, just the energy and alignment wasn't quite there, as far as in the future with the community or mentorship, because I also did a high ticket mentorship program helping people let go of self-sabotage. And I have one high ticket client at the moment. I let go of the community, so basically back to square one. But I made that transition realizing, holy shit, like, because I didn't have a fucking option. I had no money. I still have no money. I have debt that I need to clear from business ventures. Again, debt from the house gets paid for itself, so I'm separating those things. And I'm like, dude, I have no fucking option. I need money. I'm like, why is it so hard to sell? Because I'm trying to sell to people that, fully aren't bought into me potentially, or it's hard to explain self-sabotage to them. So you need to have something that's easy for people with money to buy, i.e. businesses or high net worth individuals. And I'm like, holy shit, I've built my own brand. I've built an online storefront. I'm a master at WordPress, WooCommerce, all of that stuff. And there's a lot of businesses or creators that have better suited clients, audiences than me that could really make a lot of money from these things. So that's insert Vaselli, modern day vessel for building the brand of your dreams. And I'm at the very beginning of that journey. Just did my first site build for a creator on YouTube that has an amazing community, and I know he'll succeed. So I'm really excited to go live with him. But regardless of that too, a lot of my time, because I think of things systematically, which might be a detriment, might not, but a lot of my time too is I've been building an online web scraper to find ideal clients in the brick and mortar space. And then social media I want to use to more so attract, again, on Vaselli platforms. I'm not selling anything here anymore. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm sharing my journey fully. Fuck all that other shit. Like, that's just another thing I realized too. Like, if I can tell you, is like, just build trust with people and share, and like the stuff will come after that. And you don't know how it's going to unfold, but I'm not selling you guys anything. But regardless, more so creators and individuals who want to build the Vaselli platforms online will be used to target them with ads and stuff like that. Again, these are thoughts and I'm brewing, but I just hired my first cold caller as well, learned so much from that. Few bottlenecks were like, he wasn't from the US. I think the accent might have put off people. But got a lot of feedback. I built a CRM system, the web scraper, and trying to dial that in. Regardless though, really excited because like this high ticket mentorship thing, I was like trying to manipulate people's emotions to realize, which is like, it's not manipulating them, you are helping people realize these things, but a lot of the times people do not need this shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you're selling fitness or mindset, it's like the person needs to bought into you, and don't try to fucking sell to them unless they ask you if they want a solution or want something. You're better off doing that. Instead, like, do the shitty business, do the fucking window cleaning, do the fucking service that the business can invest in. It's as simple as that. And so I'm really excited with Vaselli. And there's something too, is like, you know what? I'm keeping the spiritual shit for myself. I'm not trying to explain. I ain't trying to fucking prove no more. Fuck all that. That was just part of my journey. And I wanted to share that. You don't need to follow your dreams. Provide value, and you'll become the person you want to be. And yeah, much love, guys. That was it. Peace.